Good morning. It's Friday, September 11th. And today I want to speak a little bit about what do we really think the new normal is going to be? And how are we going to get to the new normal? Because obviously the virus, COVID-19, has destroyed much of what we relied upon to continue living a so-called normal life. There are many people who are not on furlough anymore, and they haven't gone back to work. And who knows when they'll go back to work. Right now, the estimates I'm hearing about the number of people who have really gone back to work is about 75% of the workforce. So there's a lot to contend with. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm going to let you know what I think. First of all, it doesn't take a genius to recognize the fact that many small businesses are going under. Restaurants can't survive at less than 70% of the regular attendance. And the same holds true for many other businesses. So we've got a problem just getting small business back to work. And then the large corporations are going to change the way they do business also. Many large corporations have reduced staff. And when you reduce staff, you're faced with how to make decisions. I know historically in businesses that I worked in, it could take months for a corporation to make a decision because they had plenty of time and business was good. But in this environment, decision making will have to be much faster. You won't be able to dawdle over things. And you better have top flight people working on it. Because if you don't, you invariably will make the wrong quick decision. So the corporations that get better are going to be the ones that are resilient. Let me call it resilient. That they have changed their corporate mentality to one of caution, to one that's ready to go to work. They have changed their mode of operation to action as opposed to corporate complacency because we got plenty of time and where are these people going to go? Well, we don't have plenty of time in a lot of cases now. So corporate mentality is going to change. Now, while many of us think that we're probably at the peak of technology right now, but don't bet on that. Because in order to achieve the speed these corporations will need, they will increase the need for technology. And they will probably be creating newer technology and taking advantage of what's already been done. We noticed in this whole pandemic situation with the unemployment insurance and how they were using 40-year-old systems to get the job done. That's not going to happen anymore. Corporations are now going to be on top of the technology game, not be complacent about it. Now, I know there's a difference between the unemployment insurance people, since they're government, and a private corporation. However, everybody is going to have to learn how to operate warp speed. Well, maybe not warp speed, but faster than they have done in the past. Going beyond the need for the technology I've just discussed, corporations are going to make major changes to the way they meet and the way they organize meetings and the time it takes to come to decisions. They're going to be working hard at that. Another thing they're obviously going to have to do is look more closely at the talent that they have on board. Job hunting will be a wonderful thing. There will be plenty of opportunities, but I suspect in the new job hunting arena, you will have to have the goods. You're not going to get by with not having the goods because corporations will be looking for talent, lots of talent now. And innovation will be a new area of expertise because doing things the same old way won't cut it anymore. So you have to be prepared to innovate and stay on top of your game. And so people who are creative and innovative will be in demand. Now, that means that you better have a good skill set if you're looking for a job. And I think all of this will also have an effect on the workplace behavior that is expected of you. I think that it's going to be a tougher more professional atmosphere in most places. Let's not forget that this new work environment will contain two pieces. There will be remote and hybrid work. And at least 50% of the corporations will have half of their organization fully or partially remote. And those expectations of remote work range from about 70% of the workforce to 30 or 40% of the workforce. But it's going to be a definite challenge keeping track of who's doing what because they are not in the office. Now, that could be a good thing because there's many times in the office there's things that happen that probably won't happen anymore if they're out of the office. It certainly won't be gathering at the water cooler. Reports have shown that people are working from home have increased productivity. I don't know why that's necessarily true, but I think it has to do with the people and the fact that they're on their own and they view it as a privilege of being allowed to work at home, and so they work harder. When you're working from home, it's an opportunity to get things done quickly, and then you can do what you have to do for yourself. You're not locked into seeing people. Perhaps you have an 8 to 5 schedule, but there are many interruptions when you're working in an office that you can't control necessarily. So working from home has big advantages. Now, there is the loneliness factor, and that you have to overcome. So on balance, I think having employees work from home is a good thing for business. There were many times in my business career when slow decision-making cost us an opportunity to get involved with some very nice projects. But on balance, we're successful more often than not, so we really can't complain about the missed opportunities. So this is what I think is going to happen. Speed is going to be of the essence, and the lack of clarity and slow decision-making, if it continues, are going to be the biggest barriers to running a successful business in this new environment. So in this new environment, you'll be constantly fighting the virus. You have to react quickly and be on your toes. And so having said that, I'll leave you to think about it, and I'll see you in the morning. Have a great day. Bye.